they can certainly add some fuel to that whole March Madness, bust some brackets if they can pull off the upset. A number 14 seed has never beat a number 3 seed in the women's tournament. I was working in Washington State during this expansion talk and eventually how it came to life, and all their fans were wearing this S, so I know up there they're going to love this. They secured their first winning record in the Big West ever. It's only year one of the Rich Hill era, so no matter what happens over the final 6 games, 2022 will be viewed as a success. What is the biggest question now heading into the offseason with the team that is maybe first step of the rebuild done and we're still into step 2? The road to the championship went as long as it possibly could. The last day of the season, the national championship, but the Rainbow Warriors' quest for a dynasty-defining three-peat came up short. The Fullerton Titans ended the Rainbow Warriors season a year ago in the semifinals of this tournament, so this matchup, it had to happen, and it will. And to your point, the players in the NBA all bought in. All the coaches bought in, and they played each game like it was a playoff. You had guys to the point differential. They were talking about hacking players up 30, and they were running up scores kind of like you see overseas. Every season, there is a player or two that seemingly come out of nowhere to make a name for themselves. Waipahu senior Liatama Uiliata is a perfect example of that. After playing mainly cornerback as a junior, Tama has proved he can do anything on offense at an elite level.
End zone shot, Uiliata!
Uiliata has shown they don't need another option.
Third touchdown of the evening for Uiliata.
Uiliata's got it! Touchdown, Waipahu!
Liatama Uiliata is without question the breakout star of the high school football season. The Waipahu senior do-everything offensive weapon has 22 total touchdowns, 6 rushing, 7 throwing, and 9 receiving. He's on pace to have a 1,000-yard receiving season despite only playing 7 games at wideout. Pretty impressive for a guy who played mainly on defense in 2021.
He played quarterback for us the last game of the season against Roosevelt last year, and you could see what he could do there. You know, just take over the game.
Kind of knew, but I kind of didn't know that I'll be this big. Number one thing I've been working on is really my character. You know, try to stay humble more often, try to be a team leader more often, so I feel like that really just builds off of the team. Before Uiliata was taking care of business on the field for the OIA champs, he needed to take care of his responsibilities at home, caring for his grandfather during the pandemic before he eventually passed away early last year. With the loss of my papa last year, I just really remember that, and I remember praying that, I just want to give my all, give back, and I knew that he had a big legacy behind him, so I just wanted to follow him. He was everything to me. He was my mentor, he was my father, he was everything. He was my best friend. I can always turn to him if I needed anything. Every little thing, he would always tell me about life lessons. Every step on the field is to honor his papa. Tama knows football is his ticket to giving his family a better life. So in middle school, when a calf infection nearly took the game away, he knew he had to fight. They said if it came like a day later or something like that, then I think they would have just cut it off. Kind of felt like I wasn't going to be able to walk, run, play football anymore, and that's the love of my sport. All the struggles we've been through, I feel like that just built the way how I am. So knowing that I really come from barely anything, I'm going to have to work for everything, I want, I need. So me knowing that I wanted and I needed this sport just to live, have a better life, help my family, I needed to, get up on my feet. I had to tell myself, I got to do this for them. I got to do this for them. More challenges will inevitably come Tama's way, whether that is on the football field or not. But when those times come, he has just one question to ask himself. Why am I here? I'm here to help my family, be there for my family, If it wasn't for them, I don't think I would be over here. I would probably be just another kid on the block, just walking around the streets. But, for my parents, my family, all the hard work and support, telling me I can do this, telling me I can do that, really have, I just proved them right, that they was correct, always supporting me. If Uiliata continues to excel like he has on the football field and in the classroom, then his family's support will carry him to college football Saturdays in the future.
It catches everything that comes in its way.
Oh, yeah! Now!
For Cover 2, I'm Alan Hoshida. Welcome back. The University of Hawaii baseball team made history last night after beating UC San Diego to open their series. They secured their first winning record in the Big West ever. It's only year one of the Rich Hill era, so no matter what happens over the final 6 games, 2022 will be viewed as a success. The fun, though, rolled into Game 2 versus the Tritons, trying to wrap up their 7th straight series win. Second inning, we pick it up, man on Scotty Scott. Yes, Scotty Scott puts one over the fence. His first home run as a Bow. All it took was over 500 at-bats, and it's 2-0 at that point. You know there's going to be a party at the Les when they return. 4th inning, 2 Bows on Matt Wong, not a stranger to hitting home runs, and he had no problem with that one. His 5th big fly of the season. It was a no-doubter, and he trotted it. Bows up 5, 2 innings later. Nainoa Cardenas homered last night. Gonna do it again right here. His 3rd of the year, all in May. Hawaii rolls 9-5. Cade Halumanu was solid and got the win. That is now 7 straight series wins for the Base Bows. Regionals in the NCAA softball tournament are underway. Checking in with some Hawaii ties in the first round of the tourney. Mililani grad Melissa Inouye led her Fordham Rams back into the regionals for the first time since 2010. Unfortunately, they lost both games in Stillwater and were eliminated. Kamehameha Kapalama's Kayla Kamoku homered in Ole Miss's opening game of the LA region on Friday. And earlier today, they stayed alive in the tournament with a 9-4 win over Grand Canyon. Then in Norman, Jocelyn Allo and Oklahoma moved into the regional final, taking down Texas A&M 3-2. Allo was 1 for 1 and walked twice in the game. For more on how the rest of the ladies from Hawaii fared this weekend, head to the sports tab on our website, khon2.com. Spring football, Pearl City's Jordan Ta'amu was terrific for the Tampa Bay Bandits, racking up over 330 yards in the air to go with 60 more on the ground, nearly 400 total yards of offense, and that goes with 4 touchdown throws. Unfortunately, though, just not enough to beat Philadelphia. Ta'amu now leads the league in touchdown passes with 9. He and the Bandits sit right at 500 on the year, 3-3 through 6 games. We love golf around here. 3rd round of the PGA Championship, the 2nd major of the year. Tiger Woods made the cut yesterday after 1 under round. Very much different today, struggled. He has a right leg injury, and he dealt with it the entire round. Ended up withdrawing after a 79 on Saturday. Meanwhile, little-known Mito Pereira leads at 9 under after 54 holes. The Chilean is ranked 100th in the world. That would certainly change if a career-making win happens tomorrow on Sunday. And in case you missed it, the latest episode of My Golf Podcast is out with former UH Rainbow Warrior quarterback Hunter Hughes.
The fact that I've walked on at UH, quite honestly, bro, is the good Lord opening a door completely. Yeah. In high school, I played baseball, basketball, and golf all 4 years. And so fall time was golf season. So I've played in tournament golf from an early age. I come from a golfing family. My dad and 2 brothers, that makes 4 of us. So we always had a foursome wherever we went.
To hear the entirety of my conversation with Hunter, go to the Trades and Blades tab on our website, khon2.com. Plenty of good stuff. We talked about UH spring football, dream groupings, and his friendship with comedian Tamua Tuine. All right, that's going to do it for sports.